Good.
Hello? Is everything fine today?
Yeah, sure.
I cannot hear.
Hello.
Yes, hello. How was your weekend? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Chair.
Oh, yes. If you can hear me, you should reply something. Okay. Support, Catherine, Yun, David, Steven, Aka, Shinkan, Sean I think I think you want me to call out all of your names, right? Hello?
Yes.
Yes. So why I didn't hear any replies? Mm-hmm. Okay, David, how's your morning?
Pretty nice.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, Shabbat.
It's very good. And I get up at like 7:30, so it's so early. So I'm so sleepy now.
Okay, 7:30. Okay, yes, thank you. And Nina?
I'm feeling a bit sleepy because last night I sleep late. That's why.
Okay. And Catherine?
Not so bad because I'm sleepy.
Why?
I slept last night at 12:30 p.m. Early, so that's why.
Do you
Yes, it's really nice, but the weather is hot.
the weather is hot. Okay. And Stephen?
I'm sorry, did you say my name? I didn't hear it.
Sorry?
I said, did you say my name? I didn't quite hear because the connection error happened and then it just lagged. I heard and Vin, so I thought you called Stephen.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, I called you.
My morning. Oh yes. So my morning was just like any other day. I woke up around 7. I got up. I helped my mom make breakfast, and yeah, it was pretty.
Okay. And Aga?
I don't know. I just woke up.
So, so you just woke up and you mean that you haven't finished washing up your face and brush your teeth?
That's true.
Oh, okay. So Shinkat,
Yes, I'm fine. Have a nice morning.
mm-hmm. Okay, yes. Sound like,
Just a normal morning, nothing different, just like a typical
okay.
day.
So you can say nothing special in this morning as well.
Yes.
So
Special what?
you mean that you mean that you have nothing special this morning?
Yes.
Okay. So I would like to say you something. Before we start the class, and or when I ask the question to you all, why you all are looking at each other? I mean that okay, I think some of you are waiting for, oh, maybe whether David is answering or Mignon is answering, or Suyi maybe. So why you want to wait for you? Why do you want to wait for your friends? Hello? David, I think you muted and I couldn't hear you.
Oh, sorry, can you please ask again?
Okay. So whenever I ask the question or whenever I ask the opinions of you all, so I think some of you or maybe all of you are waiting for your friend's opinion first. So why do you happen? Why do you practice yourself like this?
I think, in my opinion, because we, including me, we never want to be the first person of everything.
Okay, you've never wanted to be a first one, or you want to give a favor to your friends. Anybody else? Is there anyone? Okay, David.
No. Anybody else would answer?
Okay, so you mean that you just don't want to be a first one who answer the question first?
No, not always, but when I was younger, I always tried like that. Now I'm trying to like change that habit.
Yes, you better do it. Okay. Yes. So how about others? How about
I don't know why, but I'm pretty sure it's just like a very bad habit that we have from staying in Burmese school. In Burmese school, it's often better to talk like as a second person, or yeah,
yes.
it's a very bad habit that we carry from that.
Yes, that's why I want to change that habit. Okay, I want you all to change that habit. Okay, because to be active in the class is very important. I see you all are active in the class, right? But in among friends and in the class, you need to be active as well. I don't mean that you feel bored teaching, studying with me. I don't mean like this. I mean that don't be afraid to answer the question or to answer, to reply the opinion of what I asked to you. Okay, so I am not. I think you might see my mind and you might see my behavior. I am not the one like you have seen before when you were when you were in high school. I am not blaming to the school's teacher. I mean, I am to point out the weak point of the government, especially for the government schools, right? So in most of the government schools, student to listen to them. Okay, the teachers want the student to listen to them. Okay, they don't want any reply back. They don't want any complaint. Okay, their rules and regulation is you must listen to. You must listen to the teachers. You must follow to the teachers. You must follow rules and regulation, right? So I understood that you all were bound, you all were binded in like this situation for many years, right? Till grade 11. So it has been about over decades, right? That's why I understood. I realized that situation. But I would like to suggest to you to change that habit, okay? Because you have your ability and you have many talents. You must dare to express your talents and your ability in front of the people. Okay, just walking alone, just showing your ability at home, it doesn't work. It doesn't work a lot. Okay, sometimes you need to show up your talents and you need to show up your abilities to the people. Okay, okay, what I mean? Yes or no?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Right, so whatever I ask or whatever I ask for your opinions, please don't hesitate to answer my questions. And yes, my answer, my questions. Okay, don't feel hesitating, right? Change yourself. No one cannot change you. You have to change yourself. Because if you understand the situation, if you understand the condition, you have to change yourself. Only just your parents can guide you to change, right? Only your parents and me and your teacher can show the way to change you. But the most important one is you have to change yourself. Okay? You need to learn how to deal with the people in the society. Okay? Don't dive both of you, your body, your spirit, your mind in the books. Okay? Sometimes you have to come out from the bodies and you have to look at the society. Okay?
Yes, teacher.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Teacher,
Okay?
may I
Yes.
say something? And my opinion, probably, may I?
Sorry?
I want to say something. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yes.
Can I say something
Okay.
about like talking? Like when the teacher asks this question, to answer, right? For
Yes.
that, once I attended the situation in nine, and then when the teacher asked some questions, not all of them, but for a few of them, I answered back in the whole class. And then after that, not many, I guess, some of the students literally hated me for answering like that. So I was kind of shocked. That thing might be going on in some other classes too, among the students. That's probably one of the reasons why we hesitate to reply to the teacher.
Yeah, that's a very good
Okay,
point.
I see. Yes, of course. Yes, I see. I see. I realize what you mean. Okay, so actually, you have to stand depending on the class, depending on the students. In that situation, if you're there, if I were in that class, I would encourage you, and I would tell of the student who maybe laugh at you or not to be like this, and you should take the example to her, or because this is very good situation for the class and for students, right? So I would do like this, but maybe okay, let it go, maybe, and so whatever it is, yeah, I understand that, you know, that became a trauma for you, right? So since the time, you might be afraid of answering the question first.
Yes,
Am
teacher.
I right?
Kind of trauma.
Yes. Okay, yes, but maybe in this situation, in my class, right, you should neglect that situation. You should forget, you should try to forget that trauma's event. Okay, so I think also, I also give you a chance. I also, right? That's why, well, before I started the lessons or whatever, maybe you might think that I am very, maybe I ask a lot of questions to the student. Maybe some of you might think that, okay, I ask so many questions to the students instead of teaching myself, right? So the way I teach is I focus to the student. Okay, the way I teach is student-centered teaching. That's why I have to focus to the students. The teacher shouldn't lead every time. Okay. So the more you answer my question, the more you can think. So the more you will be the more you will be creative like this. So I just want to run such kind of situation with my students and in the class as well, right? So so Charlotte, I would like to inspire you, and you should forget that trauma events maybe in my class time. So I am not the one you have ever met before. So whenever I ask you, you can answer, and I believe that. Okay, maybe most of your friends also, they don't think that you are not a laughable or anything else. Okay, they will understand you, I think.
Okay.
We understand you.
Yes, you're
Just keep it up.
Yes. Now David is encourage you. So
Thank you.
now welcome. Okay. So by the way, speaking of the lessons, which lesson did I give you home as a homework last week?
How to describe your family and reading one, the 5.
Okay. And I think I gave you a homework to write Mother's Kitchen. Yeah, Mother's.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. And I think some of you already sent your homework yesterday. Oh, no. This morning very early, right? Because after midnight, right? I have read maybe some homework. Okay, maybe before, let it be yesterday. Okay, so some of you has already done your homework, but I think some of you are still working on your homework or not, I'm not sure, but I would like to suggest you to do your homework regularly, okay? Do your homework regularly, because if you miss a homework this week, and you will have more homeworks to do for next week, like that. That's why don't try to be yourself. You are carrying a heavy load in the class. Okay, just easy go. Let's go and study with easy going away, right? Just do your homework regularly and just do the exercise regularly. That would be better for you. Okay. So maybe Akka and Tutaso and Shinken, maybe they might miss something in the lessons from while I was teaching. So if you miss the lessons, if you misunderstood what I said, you better ask me again. Okay? Don't keep silent, because keeping silent, if you keep silent for a long time, you won't understand the how should I say, the exercise or what I said, right? Okay, thank you. So let's do, okay, unit, unit 3 or 4?
It's you too.
Unit 2. Produce an informal writing, right? And descriptive. Okay,
How
and
to
last,
describe
yeah, how to describe what?
your family?
Okay, good. And last week, we studied how to describe your home, right? Okay, today let's go to here, how to describe your family. Okay. So who would like to discuss this chapter?
Teacher.
Yes, thank you.
So the page number 19 is mentioning about how to describe our family. So here we should note that they in expanded when we write expand paragraph, so there will be 150 to 200 words. So we don't have enough space to describe each of our family member. So we should only describe one person and who will be more interested in our family.
Yes.
Page 19 is about, and page 20 uh, uh, is mentioning about how to describe your family member like father, mother, and brother, sister. So I will not describe each of them, but here we need to note is, so don't stay too obvious. Like my father is a tall man is very way too obvious, because since your father, he is a male and he will be man, right? So this is too obvious, and we should avoid mentioning obvious things.
Okay, yes, good. And you have to stay away from the distant, the examples of distant, right?
Yes.
My father, maybe when you all the way in, you might learn by heart. There are 5 family, and there are 5 families, and there are 5 members in my family. They are my father, my mother, my brother, my sister, and me, like that, right? So this is listing the examples of this, and you have to stay away from this writing style as well. And how about language point? How about language point of my family consists of 5 members?
So is that in page 19?
Yes, the beginning, at the beginning.
Just like this language point also included in previous lessons, it says like we shouldn't write consist of is a formal register, and it's only used in listing. So we shouldn't we should write person plus verb format, like I have or I am or something.
Okay, yes, thank you. And ideas for describing family's member. How can you describe your family members? Who's going to discuss?
For that page, for the ideas for describing the family members, you can state some things that are unusual or something that wouldn't be known to the reader of the letter. So instead of saying like my father is like a tall man with black hair, like an example, of course the father is a man and black hair, like a tall man with black hair is kind of childish to write on a letter. So you
Yes.
can kind of say that he's a big football fan. He's very jockey, and or he's a music lover. Something that will add to the personality and something that would be unusual and special to that person.
Okay, yes, that's it. You know, as I told you before, you are writing academic essay or academic letter, right? So you are not writing like a primary essay or maybe secondary essay, right? That's why you have to be careful how to wish to approach to your letter to be attractive. Okay, so this is also very good points for describing family members. And then next one is your older brother and sister. You have to do, instead of talking about my brother is very good. That's just general, right? You mention with the general words. Instead of that, you better say that my how kindful your brothers to you, or what kind of his personality, and yes, like this situation. So you have to point out the special things for your brother and sister. Okay, for your younger sister as well, and what kind of person, what kind of character does he have? Does he or she has specially that you need to mention like this? Okay, so I think you all might be catch the point right now.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So now let's do exercise, right? So I would like to tell you one thing. Maybe please don't think I am wasting your time by doing exercise in the class. Okay, because I want you to practice yourself and I want you to discuss, while you are writing the exercise and the short exercise here, and you can think about it. Also, you can discuss with me, is it whether it is correct or not. Okay, so maybe if you need to or if you need to take time, I will give you time for homework as your homework, right? Okay, so now let's do exercise 5. Practice your own, trying to write as many things as possible about different people in your family in the same way, and trying to use some of the phrases above or others of your own. Remember, they do not need to be the real members of your family. You're free to use your imagination. Try to add a little humor if you can to make the expand our life. That's just a good point. Okay, so now you have to think about maybe some people in your family, maybe about at least I think 3 people would be better, because you have to you can think about more, you can think more vocabulary, and you can mention about more about them. Okay, so if you don't have such kind of numbers of people in your family, you have to imagine that. Okay. Yes. So especially you can hear exercise already set to you. You can choose the phrases above, or you can create your own. Okay. So I would like to suggest you to write about 3 people in your home. Okay. So if you are asked to write about your family, can you mention about yourself? Can you write, can you describe about yourself?
No, teacher.
No, okay. You have to describe only just the family members in your family, the members in your family, right? Okay. So, how long do you want to take? 10 minutes? 5 minutes? 15. Okay. 5 minutes for one, right? Okay. So I'm going to give you 15 minutes and please start it right now. Shinkan Aka Tuta, is there any question that you didn't understand? Yes, Shinkan, is there any question? Mm-hmm. Actually, Shinkan, I cannot hear your voice clearly. Okay, let's start right now. Tuta, do you have any question about the exercise 5? Akka, do you have any question about exercise 5?
No.
Okay, so now please write down right now. if you're then you can send it to me on the chat box or Fiverr. Okay, Nunyon and Stephen has already done. Okay, anybody else? Nunyon and, okay, Nunyon and Stephen, now is David. I have already sent some files on Viber group. You better check it out. Okay, thank you, David. Catherine, your sister is a fan of Blackpink, right?
Yes, teacher. Yes, teacher.
Yes. I have two little girls. I mean, now I am teaching two little girls in another class hours. So they are also Blackpink of they also fans of Blackpink. Okay, nice family. Other John is 2 years older than me and he enjoys watching action movies as well as reading. So she would not need to be worrying about him. And I would like to share I would like to share your the ways you write to your friends, right? Even though you all send it to me in privately. So your friend can share how did you the way you write. Please go to Viber group and you better read your friends. only just we stay love Suyi, and Shanlei, Aka, and Tuta Shinkat. 5 people's left. I will give you 1 more minute. Please finish up where you are right now.
Yes, I will send it right now.
Okay, thank you. Mignon, David, and Stephen. Catherine, I would like to suggest you to go to on Fiverr group, and you should read your friends' writing, learn something, or you can learn. You would get some more idea when you write. Okay, I got no problem. Aka, thank you so much for your attempt. Yes, your father and both your sisters. You cannot kick your sisters out, okay? Your moms will give you punishment. Suyi, she is a little girl.
Yes, this is my little sister.
Yeah, so you can say that she is a little girl. You forgot to put article A. She's a little girl.
Yes.
My mother also likes. Okay, likes to sing. See, are you checking with me?
Hello?
Hello? Are you checking with me? My mother also likes to sing.
Yes.
Okay, and my mother also likes to sing. She's a Wonder Woman. Okay, she's A. You have to put A. So she's a Wonder Woman for my family. And then she likes hip-hop songs. Okay, see, and she likes to have to put S there, and she likes hip-hop songs, right? And you can sing instead of will. You have to use. You better use. You can sing hip-hop songs with my mother. And my superhero dad, he likes. I like it. Yes, he likes. And then next one is he likes bouncing. And he is a superhero.
I forgot about S and A.
Because you didn't check, and you didn't reread what you wrote.
Yes.
Yes, this is a small mistake, but a small mistake can take your marks, your grading.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, you should be careful. And I think we haven't finished discussions about the reading I gave you, right? I haven't finished giving reading. Oh, I have uploaded. Here, I uploaded, are we losing blah, 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 blah. Do you see it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Let's do that one. So all of you, I do appreciate for your attempt. You know, if I say frankly, and I just ask you to write about three people, like the one who sent it to me, I don't want to mention about his name because I think he might be afraid to mention his name. So there are, when I sent it, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth, the fifth one. Okay, the one above Shenkan. Right, you can see that my father is a bit of a silent and calm person, although his humor is extremely dry and sarcastic. My mother, on the other hand, is an immensely extroverted person, but a bit of a workaholic and also a brilliant cook. Okay, I just ask you to write like those sentences, but you you take some time and then you could write a paragraph for me. So, but whatever it is, thank you so much for your attempt. Thank you so much for your effort, right?
Thanks, teacher.
Yes, you're welcome. Okay, so are you ready for the reading?
Yes.
Okay, let's start. So, 4 people words on online talk by Sherry Tuckle about how technology is changing the way we communicate and give us their opinions. Okay, before to start the lessons, I would like to ask you one thing. So, how the technology is changing the way you communicate and give you what kind of life the technology is giving you. Hello, hello. How the technology is changing the ways you communicate. Who wants to be a volunteer?
I guess it helps us communicate way easier and faster. It's very beneficial um, if we if we aren't at a very like a near distance, and if that's a very distance relationship, and then so we would have really great ability to communicate with them while being like at the other side of the world.
Okay, yes, thank you. So next one.
So I think the
Yes.
technology gives us more advanced life than before. So, like this situation, like because of the COVID-19 pandemic, we cannot we cannot teach outside at school. So imagine some is uh, very creative and innovative because we can learn lessons by this method.
Okay. Yes. And so if I add some more question about what you said. Okay, so what is the feeling? Do you have any different feeling about maybe face-to-face learning and online learning?
Yes, for me, I prefer face-to-face learning because online learning is here we have a bit freedom and sometimes we cannot concentrate on our lesson. So I think face-to-face learning is more suitable for me, I think.
Okay, thank you. Yes. Okay, next one. Hello, David.
Yeah, I also prefer face-to-face learning because like online learning is kind of boring, and as many people said, it's like we can't focus 100%, you know. However we try, we at least click in it. And yeah, and also like we miss conversation with friends, you know, and teachers. Like
Yes.
face-to-face is better for conversations. And sometimes.
Okay. Yes, thank you. And I think only just maybe after 1 or 2 weeks later, and then we can meet, we can learn in the class together, I think so. because of the the outbreak because of the outbreaking of the COVID-19. This is very important to be safe yourself, right? Okay, so and David, how the technology is changing the way you communicate?
Like Stephen said, is like advantage in communicating for the long distance. But in my opinion, it has also like disadvantages.
Yes.
Like
what can be?
We have less family quality time. Everyone is like they came from work, they just using phone, playing games, and somehow like that. We don't have much time for family conversations and somehow like that. That's
yes. Yes, of course. Okay, and it also the technology is also changing your family style, family lifestyle as well, right?
Yeah.
And I think you can see us sometimes when you go out previous time, you can see two friends are sitting at the same table by focusing their phones. Okay, they don't talk each other, and then just they are sitting and just they are sitting on at the table, and only just they are scolding, they scroll down, scroll up to their phone, right? And then they don't talk. Yes, they have no conversation between them. Only just they are given their time to the phone or to the screen, right? This is also, it's not a good situation for relationships situation. Okay. Yes, and then do you have any idea for how the technology is changing the way you communicate?
It has improved how we communicate. Of course, it has, but these days, we communicate a lot on social media, social networks, SMS, and after like I chat a lot with many of my friends. Not all the time, but when I chat for a long time, and because of that, and also because of like using the maybe we'll call it like scrolling the new feed. And because of that, my screen time is a bit concerning for me now. I might spend hours in a day using phone.
Yes.
So
yes,
and what's more,
absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
yes. And
Yes.
what's more, these days I think Facebook is way too toxic. I still addicted to it. Yes,
Right.
yes, but it's still addictive, and I'm addicted to it. I'm sure I'm addicted to like those social networks and even Facebook. Even though that's toxic and I know it, I can't get up from that. I think I'm trapped. Like, probably everyone is trapped there in that toxicity.
Of course.
That's my opinion.
Yeah. Yes, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I feel bored and if I don't want to do anything, so at the time when I touch the screen, I mean the Facebook, when I touch the Facebook page, oh, it's really strange how the time flies quickly. Okay, after okay. I'm not finished yet, but I think that that's enough for me. And when I look at the times, it took about an hour or half an hour. At the time I thought that the time flies very quickly with the Facebook, right? So I sometimes I teach myself, okay, I should try not to addict to the Facebook. Now I can stay away from Facebook right now because of the scary news and some of the news which I don't want to see and I don't want to read. That's why this is also good things. Okay, the Nyan, You're left to answer.
My opinion is just like Shale.
Mhm.
We waste our time on using social media. Social media is now is kind of communicating
Yes.
communicating app. So like I always watch unnecessary videos
Yes.
like entertaining videos and satisfying videos like what kids watch. So they are so unnecessary. But sometimes I also watch to improve my English. And moreover, like today we can also watch Netflix, and it takes so much long. It takes long time. Watching movie is like it's definitely more than 1 hour. So it's kind of wasting time.
Yes.
I only see disadvantage of using
social media.
Social medias and yes.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. But I think that just also depends on the page you did liked, right? Maybe if you give a like that the page which can give you knowledge, it's also very social media would be very precious for you. Okay. Right. Okay. Who's left? Shenken Akka. How about Shenken?
Yes.
Yes. How the technology can change your life.
Technology has technology has changes all families talk time to the use of technology. Not only I think every day and every time.
Yes.
So
are
Elizabeth, phone media and watching TV in the free time.
Yes.
Yes.
So you should, you should watch you should use the phone and watch movies when you have free time. You mean like this?
Yes.
Okay. Aka? Hello, Aka, are you there? Okay, so now let's go to preparation. Cycle the correct definition of each word in capitals, the word in context to help you. Number one, the dinner tables or use social media during the school rain. So what is school rain? What is the meaning of school rain? A, B, C, which one? Hello?
I think it's A.
Okay, yes, correct. The answer is A. Okay, during children to schools. Okay, number two. It's as if we not bear to miss out on what our online studies are up to. ABC. Yes, B, correct. Okay, number three. So we juggle the real and online world.
C.
C, of course. Do several things at once. Yes, number four. The speaker made a valid point. The speaker made a valid point. B, yes, difficult to disagree with. Okay, number five, parents post on social media while cooking dinner or waiting at a red light.
A.
Yes, of course, traffic light. Okay, And number 6, I don't think addiction to social media is such an issue for my generation.
C.
Yes, see, right? A problem for my generation. Number 7, we sent tiny snippets of conversations or emoticons to each other when texting.
B.
Yes, B, right. 8, this superficial conversation is replacing in-depth face-to-face interaction.
C.
Yes, of course, C, okay? So now let's go to first paragraph. Are we losing the art of conversation, right? So as David said previous time, and we are learning online. That's why sometimes we, as he said that he lost the art of conversation with his friends. So actually he dislikes this situation. Am I right, David?
Yeah.
Okay, right. So let's see. We asked for people who watched an online talk on technology and communication by Sherry Tuggle for their opinions. Okay, number A. So I will give you 5 minutes. I think that would be fine because there are just 4 paragraphs. Okay, I will give you 5 minutes to read these 4 paragraphs. Are you done?
Not yet.
I think you're finished, right? So now let's go to the question number 1. Check your understanding. You have to fill the gaps. Okay, which person, A, B, C, or D, shares a view that we simultaneously spend our time in different worlds? So who said A or B or C or D?
B.
Yes, correct. Number B. Okay. So I wanted to ask you, do you wanna take time for the Q&A for the question and answer? Do you wanna do it yourself or do you wanna do with me? Hello?
I would prefer to do it alone and discuss with you guys, with you later.
Okay, so I will give you maybe about 5 minutes for just number 1. Okay,
Okay, sure.
yes, thank you. Please let me know if you're done. Hello, have you finished number 1? Catherine, have you finished?
Not yet, teacher.
Okay, so I think it will take time for you. So I would like to give you this as homework. So how about matching? I think matching would be easy for you, right? Because number 1, count failing would be a little difficult for you. Okay, so this is homework for you. Now let's move on to number 2. Check your vocabulary matching. If something gives you food for thought, what can be? David, what can be the answer for number 1? Check your vocabulary matching. If something gives you food for thought. David, do you have answer for number?
I think H.
Yes, of course. Number H. It makes you think. If something gives you food for thought, so it means that the answer is H. It makes you think, right? So number 2, if someone fades into the background. Nhân nhầm.
I think it's C. Yeah,
So you mean the answer is C?
I'm not sure.
Okay, yes. Yeah, of course. The answer is C. They are less important than before. Okay, if someone fades into the background, they are less important than before, right? Okay, if someone hits the nail on the head, Shanlei. If someone hits the nail on the head.
I don't know, teacher.
Okay, thank you. So, Shabot, what can be the answer for number 3?
Maybe D.
Maybe T. Actually, no. Catherine, what can be the answer for number 3?
I think it's B.
B. Actually, no, not yet. The answer is number A. They say exactly how something is. If someone hits the nail on the head means they say exactly how something is. And number 4. If you switch back and forth, I think that's just easy. What's next? Aka, what is this? What is the answer for number 4? Hello, Aka, are you there? Okay, so Shinken.
Hello.
Yes, what is the answer for number 4? If you switch back and forth,
F.
what does it mean? Sorry? Shinga, can you answer again?
F.
Yes, F, of course. If something, if you switch back and forth, you change between two ideas, right? So number 6, if something is another kettle of fish. Okay, Aka, yes. What is for sorry, Aka? Maybe you misunderstood what I said or you haven't finished yet. Okay, next one. If something rings true, Shalai, can you answer that? If something rings true.
I guess it's B.
Of course, it seems to be true. Okay, yes. Yep, so next one, if something is another kettle of fish, I think I jumped over number 5, right? I skipped number 5. So number 6, if something is another kettle of fish. Wow, this is a very beautiful expression. Another kettle of fish. Yun.
I don't know.
Okay, yes. So Shabal,
E.
yes, the answer is E. It's completely different from something else, right? So if something is another kettle of fish, it's completely different from something else. Okay, number 7. If you do something at the expense of something else. Okay, Steven?
D. The first thing harms the second thing. D.
You think D?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. The first thing harms the second thing. So if you do something at the expense of something else, so the answer is D. The first thing harms the second thing. These uses are very beautiful and maybe you can practice, you should practice to use it as your own, okay? Number 8, if something is devoid of something. Okay, who would like to answer this? Who would like to answer this? This is very, very easy. The easiest one, I think.
The last one, G.
Yeah, the last one, G, right? This is the easiest one, as I said. Okay, so let's check the answers again. Number 1, H. Number 2, C. 3 is A. Number 4, F. 5, B. 6, E. 7, D. 8, G. Is there any question for that?
So what is another kettle of fish? if you're gonna explain it, how I'm not very clear about the answer and that question. That's why.
Okay, the number the answer for number 6, you mean?
Yes, the meaning of
yes,
a kettle of fish, another kettle of fish.
Yeah, if something is another kettle of fish wants to express, it's completely different from something else. Okay.
Why? I mean, how did they like? How do they want to portray it? You know, like for food for your thought or something, like for your brain. You know, it's like treating your brain. And kettle of fish. What would kettle means here? Mean here?
Okay. Here it is it wants to mention about, you know, here another kettle of fish means here kettle means it is not talking about the pot, right? This is talking about the things in different things of another, different things of something. Like that. Here it doesn't mean kettle. Here kettles doesn't mean of a pot of a kettle.
So it means different things here?
Yeah, different things here or different situations of the previous situation.
Okay, teacher, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, is there any question till now for number 2? Hello? Okay, so if you don't have any questions, I'm going to homework for tomorrow, but the class is not over yet, right? I want you to read those 4 passages again, and they have, you know, agreement and disagreement in among 4 peoples. So which one do you want to stand on? I want you to write agreed or disagreed. Okay, if you agree to the title, so you have to look at and read the paragraph again, and after that you have to write your own point of view. Okay, here a paragraph A, B, C, D is describing about telling about their opinion of the topic, right? So I want you to write about your opinions of the topic. Okay, got it?
Yes.
Okay, so what is your homework for this morning? Can you repeat it again? The first one is you have to do the exercise 2, right? You have to do exercise 1. Check your understanding gap fill, right? Reading exercise 1. Number 1. Reading number 1. Check your understanding gap fill. Which person, A, B, C, or D? You have to choose it and fill the blanks. And next one is you have to write a paragraph. A paragraph of agreed or disagreed. Is there any question for here?
Okay.
So do I need to write now your homework? Today is 11/8/2021. Right, so reading number 1. And write a paragraph. Okay, I've started the homework. Right now, what I would like to go to is I sent you one of the photograph. Okay, so tenses. Have you seen it?
Yes.
Okay, so here you might see the tenses: present simple, present continuous, past simple, past continuous, present perfect continuous, and future simple. And later on, at the second row, you will see that direct speech and reported speech. Okay, so let's discuss about direct speech and reported speech. So what is reported speech? Hello? What is reported speech?
I think it is kind of indirect speech, and the
Yes.
speaker are not directly connected, and there will be 3 persons.
There will be people.
So the first person is talking about the second person to the third person.
Okay. Yes, absolutely correct. You know, reported speech is like a indirect speech, right? So how much do you know about direct speech and indirect speech?
Direct speech is first person to second person, and indirect speech is second person to third person.
Okay, yes. And then how about the verb changes? Is there any verb changes?
Yes, if verb changes.
Okay, so how does it change?
In direct speech, it is verb to. So for indirect speech, it is I'm sorry. Indirect speech, it is verb 1. So indirect speech, it is verb 2. You have changed.
Okay. Yes, correct. Right. So because I ask you this question because you maybe I worry that you might misunderstand with how should I say reported direct speech and indirect speech and adpassive, right? Adpassive is be plus verb 3, right? So here direct speech and indirect speech is you have to change the verb form verb 1 to verb 2 and verb 2 to have plus verb 3. Will, would, can, could, shall, should, like this, right? You have to learn these things for the basic the foundation of changing reported direct to reported speech. Okay, and then next things, how many kinds of direct speech? Is there anyone who wants to answer this question? How many kinds of direct speech? First one, I will give you the hints. The first one is statement, right? So between open inverted comma and close inverted comma, if you see the statement, it means subject plus verb, right? That's we call that the statement. And the second one, third one, what kind of types?
Statements, questions.
Yes, statement, question, correct.
Negative.
Negative, right. So in question, how many kinds of questions? How many kinds of question we can see?
WH question and yes, no question.
Of course, we can see WH question and yes or no questions, right? So why I asked about these things is because the conjunction would be different depending on the types of the direct speech, right? So for the statements, you have to connect with that or which, right? So you have to connect with that. And for yes or no question, you have to connect two sentences with if or whether. And for WH question, you have to connect two sentences with WH words, right? And next one, the order, right? So the first one is statement, second one is question, right? In question, there are two kinds of question. The first one is yes or no question. Second one is WH question, right? The third one is giving orders, right? Actually, the main is three different styles, right? The first one, statement. Statement can be positive or negative, doesn't matter. It's statement. Second one is about question. There are two different kinds of question there, WH question and yes or no question, right? The third one is giving orders, right? So when you see giving orders sentence, you have to change your conjunction as well, right? So can you recall your memory back?
Yes.
Okay. So, Yun, have you ever, sorry, Yun, is there anything do you remember about reported speech?
I don't really remember, but I have learned before, but I don't remember.
Okay, thank you. David?
Yes.
Yes. How much do you remember about reported speech?
Not so much. Like now you remind me. I taught it like 2 years ago, so now not so much left in my brain. I have to relearn it.
Okay, yes. The memory fades away, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't matter, no problem. And that's just another homework for you. Okay, so you have to look for the, how should I say, the rules and regulation, or maybe you have to look for about direct speech and reported speech in Google or maybe in Chrome or anywhere else. Okay, so please look at, maybe if you have a book, if you have grammar book, please look at to turn over to your pages again, and please learn it direct and indirect speech again. Okay, so
yes.
So next homework is direct and reported speech. Okay, I will send it to you. Next homework. And okay. Right, so you have just 3 homeworks. The first one, you have to read the article again and you have to answer number 1. Number 2, you have to write a paragraph about you agreed or disagreed to the topic. So before you write, you should read how did other people write on the assignment or on the article. And the third one is you have to Google, okay? You have to search for the Google or maybe Chrome or anything else. Maybe most of the Firefox or about direct and indirect speech. Okay, so we will do some exercise about direct and indirect speech tomorrow. And is there any question till now?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we need to write a paragraph for disagree and disagreement to this, right?
No.
So
you have to choose one.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. So if you are agreed to the topic, you have to write agreement. Okay. I agree to this title because of blah 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 by using the rules and regulation for a paragraph. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Anything else? Anyone else? Any questions? Hello? Look, okay, I have got an idea, like, I need to train you like a children, like a, how shall I say, primary, kindergarten children, before we start the class and then before the children, right? I mean, the kindergarten children, before they start the class and then they sing a song, Baba bless she, have you anyone like that, right? And before the end of the class, and then the children finish their classroom with the songs, right? So I think what should I do? We need to end up the class with the exercise or maybe singing the songs. Okay, I would like to encourage you to ask questions, okay? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of asking questions to the teacher or maybe especially to me. I'm not sure for other people, right? Don't be afraid to ask the questions to me, and don't be afraid of thinking creatively, okay? So if you don't have any more questions, I'm going to pause the class for today. So can you turn on all of your cameras? Okay, so can I see? I cannot see Tutaso and Akka. You all are, I think you all also worry about showing off your beautiful faces, right? And then Yunya only show her forehead to me, and Steven show only the middle of his body, and David show only just with the spectacles. Okay. Okay, thank you, Charlotte. I can see you, all of your, the whole face. Oh, Aga, very nice guy. Okay, Aga, your dresses is very nice. Okay, so let me take a picture. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, so thank you so much for today. See you tomorrow. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Chair. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you for your replying.
Bye-bye, teacher.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, teacher.
Bye.
Teacher,
Yes.
just now, my laptop screen, it was black and I didn't hear your voice. So now I tried this meeting now, so I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem. Which one did you miss?
Like many Shribble said that you took the attendance picture and I like I missed that, so I'm sorry. I want to inform you that yeah, what should I say? Yeah, well, I think I'm afraid of you misunderstand me that this meeting so early, not my screen is all black and I can't click every buttons, and I only hear your voice, and I'm so worried about that my laptop is like something wrong. So I'm sorry for that, and I want to inform you about that.
Okay, yes. Thanks for your information. Okay. Don't worry, it's everything fine. Okay.
Yes.
Bye-bye. Take care of your day.